We can head over to Sword Art. So,
Brian, if you're still there, mute for this section because I know you are not caught up yet.
All right.
Well, actually, wait. Before that, Brian, you just want to because Brian's slowly catching up to Alicization, the first.
All right. I'm
season.
literally almost done. I probably have like maybe 6 episodes left. I just
So,
got to like cap.
Why don't you just give us what you think real quick of Alicization?
All right.
Remember
This
your
man, Kirito, I don't know how, but this man's always getting to some type of shit. Like this man is always life-threatening. He's never just chilling out and just enjoying life. This man's like, nope, gotta kick it to the next level.
Yep.
Fucking gets ambushed by the dude from Laughing Coffin because apparently there was one guy left that I completely forgot about.
I don't think they ever even explained it. They kind of just threw him in.
It was like, hey, this dude survived from
No, they
big ass
explained it.
battle.
No, before that though. Before that. Like, because I know, like when they first showed him up, and then they showed the flashback like at that moment, but it's just like they never showed him up to that point. That's what I mean. Sorry, Brian. This is your time.
Oh yeah, go.
But yeah, this man is just always in a life-threatening situation. Jesus, dude, chill out just a little bit, all right? But overall, the story's pretty cool. I like the concept of you go into this machine in like a dreamlike state, and you come out and forget everything. Granted, that part sucks, but you know you can't take that shit to real life, so no one knows what the hell happened. And then what else happened?
So after Kirito, go ahead, Brian.
All right. When I got to the episode where it's like viewer discretion is advised, I was like, all right, what kind of shit you got planned? Because season one
can be bad in Sword Art.
Season one, these chicks are like getting licked by a pervert and shit, and like nearly raped. It's like, all right. Season 2, same shit happens. All right. What can you happen now? These 2 chicks literally almost get raped. Actually, they just got molested in front of this one dude, and then one dude just dies. Dude, limbs are getting cut off. I'm like, holy fuck, what is this? Hello?
Brian, I also want to say too, this aired at the same time as Goblin Slayer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Did it actually?
Yeah, it was the same time as Goblin Slayer.
I guess.
So what happened? And then like Goblin Slayer, at that point, this was like in between arcs, so nothing was happening in Goblin Slayer. So people were like, so then they saw this discussion for Sword Art, and like, did I watch the wrong show? You know?
Yeah, it's like, yo, this is like that scene. I was legit just cringing in my because it was so hard for me to watch. I'm like, this is so brutal, dude. Like this dude is literally. He can't move because he's getting told not to go any further, trying to help these 2 girls out. I'm like, bro, this is actually hard to watch. Like,
and then
I was over here keeling over. I'm like, holy shit. This is just so intense for no reason. I'm like, all right, they need to die. Like, at least one of them. I was so glad when that dude died, just keeled over. I was like, you deserved it, dude.
Yeah. Even though he's AI, it still felt good. Yeah.
Oh, that too. Like, I think it's fucked up. Just the whole concept of why they came up with this shit is to create AI, one, to like murder people or kill or like warfare or whatever.
That part. Okay.
And 2, it's like the dude was like, yeah, 1,000 AI that just pretty much are close to being sentient are just worthless compared to one actual life. I'm like, bro. Like, I think there was a show that people watch called like Black Mirror or some shit on like Netflix or whatever. I was like, that's just that. There has to be a line, right? Like, that's just brutal. Like, just to watch because over the whole thing, I'm like, damn, these characters are pretty cool. That one blonde hair dude, whatever his name was, like Eugene or some shit.
Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh. That man seems cool, man. He has a pretty cool background. He's like, hey, man, I'm a woodcutter. Next thing you know,
I was born to cut a tree down.
Next thing you know, I'm just a god that just uses ice for a living. I was like, damn, this dude's pretty cool. And then this man's talking about like, you're human too. I'm like, oh, bro, don't do this. He doesn't know, not like this, yo.
Right. I just want you to think. Just imagine if this happened in our world. Just imagine that Google took all of the data of the people that search on their search engine and they made it into the AI, and they created a world based off people's data from Google and YouTube.
Yo, we're so fucked.
And that's how
people search up at. We're so fucked.
That's how they make the Google Assistant, is through that Sword Art World.
It's like that's so much, dude. There has to be a line. That's why like people like Elon Musk is like, hey, if we're gonna go down this AI route, we have to have like a limit to what they can do, or else they're gonna go out of control and just we're all dead.
It's interesting. Yeah, it's interesting that like nowadays that like a lot of the AI stuff that we saw in science fiction, they're starting to slowly come on.
Yeah.
You mean take over?
You Skynet? Yeah.
Skynet.
That shit was so intense. I was like, Jesus, I'm
you know
almost
when
there.
when AI takes over, they look online, they basically find out about what Skynet is. They're gonna become Skynet. That's gonna be the code name for taking over everything too. I'm calling it now. You heard it here first.
I mean, realistically though, it's like we're still far away from that kind of AI.
Are we?
No,
Yeah.
I don't think so.
No, we're super far from generalized. We have AI that is good at doing specific tasks, but like we don't have like the general AI that's like Terminator or like iRobot or anything, or like that can do a whole bunch of things. Because like you look at what like a lot AI, they can like do calculations really fast, but they can't like pick up anything or move around because it's that's a lot of complicated things to keep track of.
Well, see, that's the thing. I don't know if it was Google or Facebook, but they were trying to build their own AI to develop or try to grasp the concept of language. And then didn't they have to shut it down because they were creating their own language in fear of it being like Skynet or something of that nature?
It's probably Google.
I don't know.
Google's just huge.
But it's like, I mean, if you look at the field of AI, like a lot of it's overhyped. So
you think it's overhyped?
Bro, I don't think
that's what like a lot of the research says. So that's what I'm hearing so far. Like, I'm not an AI expert, but like I can definitely see it.
I'm not an AI expert, but I'm just like Elon Musk.
I can definitely see it. Like,
this man is legitimately concerned about AI. So.
Just like based on the limited things I know about machine learning, like that's.
But
I mean, I'm taking a machine learning class right now, but like the things we're doing, it's basic, but like even just like a lot of the research shows we're still not really at the general AI form yet.
But yeah, that so far so good. Characters are cool. Kirito is just still OP as hell. Feels bad for the erasure of just all the memory, but it is what it is. Almost done. I'll give you guys final thoughts but I'll let you guys get into currency.
All right, thanks, Brian.
Yep.
So, all right. So we're on. I think this is just the second episode of Sword Art, right?
Yeah, second episode.
Okay.
Yep, only second.
Thoughts so far?
Shit is getting real.
Okay. Since I was not able to talk about we skipped it last week. But the first episode, I couldn't stop laughing when I watched the opening, where it's just like the two sisters are sitting there laughing, having a good time, making it like look like it's a slice of life comedy, all this other stuff, blah blah blah. Then all of a sudden they just kind of pan out. The character's sitting in the corner in a wheelchair. I'm just like, what the fuck is this? Like it just seemed like they were having like a good time, and character's just dead in a wheelchair. And then because I first thought that Kirito was just completely burned out. I didn't know that there was any way he could actually still be talking, or even kind of had any kind of like senses for anything. But and until he started moaning and making noises and stuff, I was like, okay, all right, well he's still kind of there, but
yeah, he's there, but he just doesn't have the capacity to affirm what he wants to do or say. So he's kind of just like muttering.
Yep, they reference that in episode
2. Yeah,
2. Okay. Sorry, I ended up watching them both back to back like a few days ago.
Okay.
So I'm getting kind of confused on which is which, but
I mean, second episode was pretty badass with Alice. Finally, I'm surprised like she actually got back like that fast, because the first episode it made it kind of sound like she was like a struggle for a while about what she wants to do, and then episode 2 it's like she got real. It's like, okay, I guess I'm gonna be a knight now.
Yeah, it was nice that they actually didn't like milk it, I guess. Where I know like there's a few times in Sword Art where it took forever for them to get to the point, and then it's like episode 2 like they got it down.
I I remember like Reddit too. Again, talking about like the villagers that took away like Kito's sword, and like that guy who was like taking advantage of Alice.
That
Like
was just dumb.
that's the thing about swords. Like, man, they just make like the most like what's the word like just don't like villains you just really hate. Like they're unredeemable villains. Like there's like no like.
Well, it's like in
They're just like assholes for no reason.
Yeah, like there'd really be no reason for like that guy to even really exist. Like it's like oh yeah, that guy said we could take it. He was just making noises. It's like look, it's like okay, dude, that like in no way that would happen. Because it's like this is still like the AI universe where they really can't be breaking rules. Where they're, I mean, I guess in a way they weren't really breaking a rule, but
they can't now because apparently I think because since now that the clown guy is gone, there's no one running the senators to uphold the rules.
Oh, okay.
But I don't think people in general don't know that, so I think that's why they still follow the rules.
Wait, so was that on him or was that on administrator?
I think he was running the senator, but I mean they're both gone, so there's no one doing anything.
Okay.
Yeah, I think he was like managing it, but I don't think he was the one that was in charge of it in a sense.
No, well, I mean they're both gone now, so.
Well, I thought that the whole rule was basically it was just like a rule of like the. Yeah, I don't even know what the.
You think it was like the game put it in there?
Yeah, it was basically just like it was a rule that all AI had to follow.
No, I think it was a rule that I think she put it. She either cast a spell, or she like actually went to like the source code and programmed it right there. But I don't know.
I don't remember that.
Whatever happened, I think now that she's gone, it doesn't happen anymore.
Yeah, I don't think there's anyone there to like enforce it anymore, so it's probably a dead system.
Gotcha.
Because the way because we saw like that it was the senators that was looking at everything. I think that's why it was a spell that made the rules, and so she was just so strong that she could like find out if anyone broke them and like put the penalty.
Yeah, I can see that. Like I just figured she was the one that kind of like made the rule in the coding or whatever it was, and then they basically by like the law they had to follow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because that was the whole thing with like like their eyes exploding. It's just like wasn't that basically just kind of like the showing that they were breaking the code? Or
I think that's something else. I think that's the actual program.
Oh, okay.
No, I want to say it's what Sven says right. Like it's them being able to like break free and like them creating their free will. That's why they're.
Is it really like the crystal that the administrator put in?
No, I don't think that's it either. Because remember Ujio,
Ujio
had it too, and he didn't have any crystals put in him. But I think it's more the fact that it's when his AI goes out of character, or he's able to go past the rules. That's why his eye breaks or whatever.
Yeah, because that was what that I don't even remember the guy's name. The guy that actually put Kirito in the system. Like that's their goal. It was basically to give AI free will.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, it's happening. Just I assume in a different way than what he was expecting.
Yeah, true. Okay, yeah, instead of happening to Alice first, it happened to Yu-Gi-Oh first when Alice was taken away. So.
Yep. Yu-Gi-Oh was awesome.
And he turned into a fucking sword and just started flying his shit.
No, you didn't like him at first.
Yeah, one of like the three, only characters they've talked about like this entire arc, I guess.
Man, I still think it's pretty dumb that like that Yu-Gi-Oh took the memory of the old Alice with him when he died. So now it's like
gone. Yeah.
And now it's just like the Night Owls. I don't know. It's just they couldn't just finally ship like other couple besides Kirito and Asuna on the show. That just ruined it.
Hey man, they shipped Yu-Gi-Oh and Alice in the afterlife.
Yeah, that's good enough, right?
So yeah, that's how you make it seem like not as bad. I don't know. This writer is something else. But anyway,
I was also I was surprised to hear like the goblins talking, but then I remember like the first season they were in the ice cave and they were fighting against the goblins there too. So
did they talk though? Oh, maybe they did. I do remember them talking.
It's just a while ago, but it's like I kind of forgot that like they existed because like it was so focused on like the church for so long. I forgot. Oh yeah, there's other like goblins and like monsters like
besides the knights
doing other stuff, and so it was we kind of got reintroduced to them this episode with the invasion.
Yeah, and then Alice just cleaned house.
Yeah.
Yep. Earn a dragon.
That's right, the dragon. Forgot the dragon's name, but the dragon's OP as well.
Mm-hmm.
But no, I'm still I'm enjoying it. I actually do want to see where it goes.
It kind of feels weird though, how like it just feels like this separate thing going on, where like the invasion of like the dark territory after administrator's gone, while at the same time they have to like wait for Kirito to wake up and also like defend against the people invading. It's just like it just seems so separate. Like I don't really see the connecting pieces.
That's another thing that this writer does, where it's just like he'll focus on Kirito, then all of a sudden he won't have Kirito like really any part of it with like Mother's Rosario, and it just focuses on Asuna, and then it'll focus on Kirito and like somebody else, and then it'll go back to like right now it's Alice and what I assume is going to be.
I'm just saying like the whole thing with like the
Asuna.
dark territory invading. It just seems so separate from like everything else going on. It feels.
It doesn't seem like that big of a deal.
I don't feel like besides like I guess we were watching it was just like when you like compare that to like what's happening outside in the real world too. Just everything just feels so separate.
It's like separate, and they also like doesn't seem like that big of a just a bunch of like orcs and goblins. It's like, and then basically Alice just blows them out. Yeah, and it's just like
fake AI orcs invading fake AI villagers.
Yep.
So it's like it's just
it's
hard to like to
Yeah, I mean, I'm still gonna watch this. Like, I'm still just gonna finish it up.
I mean, same, but like
it's definitely not like on. It's not like on the top tier shows.
It's sort of. I shouldn't be like overthinking.
Yeah, it's basically just watch it.
It's just the feeling I have when I watch it.
Yeah,
it feels so weird.
Yeah, but yeah,
I
think
dirty doing it.
I know, right? It's like, oh god, do I have to watch this again? And then you're like, and then at the end of it, it's like, I'm gonna keep going.
Yeah,
just to see where this what comes of this. So, but that's all. I think that's all I got to say about this week.
Yeah, same.
And like the previous week since we missed the first season or first episode.
All right. So that's it for Sword Art. I guess we